Narcissistic people continue to stalk you and continue to watch your pages and all your social media after they have abandoned you, discarded, and moved on to another person. If they don't want you anymore, why are they still looking at my stuff? Why are they still checking up on me? Why are they stalking me? And one of the things that you need to understand about narcissistic people, control is a factor. Everything has to be about control, even borderlines. That's why they will isolate you from everyone. That's why they'll watch everything you're doing while you're in the relationship with them to make sure that they're not going to be abandoned. You're not going to hurt them and you're not going to walk away. If you will wrap your head around that narcissistic people have to have control of everything to feel safe, you'll understand why they're stalking your stuff. One of the biggest reasons is that they want to make sure that you're not smear campaigning them and you're not tarnishing their image. One of the biggest reasons they're watching your stuff is so that if you smear them in some way, they can counteract that on their social media and explain away anything that you're saying about them. Another reason is just curiosity. They just want to see what you're doing after they have left you, discarded you, and broke your heart. And then some of the more sadistic, high spectrum, malignant, narcissistic type people want to make sure that you're hurting because they enjoy it. And it makes them feel good because they know that they are the ones who contributed to that and made that happen. Narcissistic people are always looking for some kind of emotional reaction from you.
Self-aware narcissist. If they discarded you, they want to make sure that they did a thorough job of destroying you and making sure that you'll never recover again. They want to make sure that your life sucks and that it still sucks. You see, narcissists need the validation that you can't make it without them. They need to know that you can't do better. So they are going to check in on you once in a while just to make damn sure that you're still reeling in anguish. Now, if you broke up and discarded the narcissist, that's a whole nother ball game, y'all. Guaranteed, you caused a massive narcissistic injury. If you broke up with a narcissist, well, we feel that deep. I mean, that's a hurt right there. That's definitely a win-win on your part. At the very least, they will want to get revenge on you and turn you into a persecutory object, turn you into the enemy after you discard them. If you discarded them, they absolutely will be looking at your stuff, looking for an opportunity to get revenge or get even with you. Now listen, either way, they are going to stalk you, whether you discarded them or they discarded you. And what a narcissist doesn't understand, and what a lot of you guys don't understand, is that this is an opportunity for you guys to blow up and glow up and do so much better without the narcissist. If you do this right, you will actually end up thanking the narcissist for putting you through this bullshit, because you are going to find yourself in a much better place. You're going to end up learning more about yourself and becoming a stronger, better person that loves themselves. And guess what? You're going to find someone so much better than the narcissist. Someday, that narcissist, it's going to make you sick thinking that you ever had anything to do with them. You'll be embarrassed.
This is a secret about the narcissist that a lot of people don't know, but I'm going to be exposing that today. This is one of the narcissist's top tool that they use to try to control their victims. What is that tool? Stalking. The narcissist is a pathological stalker, if that's a word. The narcissist is obsessed with stalking you. There are many reasons for this, and there are many ways they do it, but I'm going to tell you some of them today, especially based on my experience. The narcissist is notorious for stalking. They will stalk you when you're with them. They will stalk you especially when you leave them. You know how to act like, oh, they discarded you, they're done with you, bye-bye. No, those fools are stalking you. Once you deal with a narcissist, they see you as their property, and as their property, they want to know what's going on with you at all times. So they will create fake accounts, they will create fake social media accounts, they'll act like fake friends, they'll go through multiple people, they'll do whatever they can to stalk you. So that stalking could be through social media. It could be through other friends and family. It could also be through the court system. They will stalk. And some of these people, their stalking can be very, very dangerous and sometimes deadly. The narcissist is notorious for stalking. One of the reasons for that is because they are insecure people. When you're with the narcissist will stalk you. This is when they'll insert secret cameras in the home. They'll put secret cameras in places to try to catch you in the act because they're always insecure and they're always paranoid. They think that the things that they do and plan in their head, they think that you're going to do it to them. They're always in their head and thinking that all the evil things that they do to you, you're going to do to them. So they always want to one up you. And this is one of the reasons why they like to stalk. They'll stalk you when you're living with them by inserting secret cameras, secret recordings. They'll stalk you by putting secret apps on your phones. They'll stalk you by putting secret devices on your car or your vehicles. They will stalk you because they want to use that not only as a control mechanism, they also want to use that as a way to be evidence for their smear campaign now or later. So this is why you have to be really, really careful when you're dealing with a narcissist. The narcissist that I deal with has secret cameras in the house. He also always has secret recording devices to record conversations that he would start. He would start a certain random conversation, but because he wants to get evidence, he would have his secret recording devices and ask me certain questions or bring up certain topics. So if you notice out of nowhere, the narcissist is just bringing up a topic, something that you don't want to talk about, or they'll bring up the topic and try to state their reality and force it on you, basically gaslight you. If you notice things like that, be careful what you say because they are gathering evidence. There's a good chance that sorry, that was my car. There is a good chance that there is secret devices recording that conversation. Or sometimes they'll just out of nowhere start an argument, right? They'll start an argument and trigger you. They trigger you because they want to capture your reaction. That's a form of stalking. They want to capture your reaction so they can then use it in their smear campaign later. Again, happened to me. Another form of stalking that these people do is they'll act like they want to be so perfect and so what's the word I'm trying to use? They want to be so open in the relationship. They want to be transparent. So they'll trick you into sharing your passwords with them as they share their password with you. The reason for that is, again, they want to stalk you. They want to get certain private information like your phone calls, your phone conversations, your bank information, your background information, anything that you're not willingly giving to them, whether it's a reaction or something that you just don't want them to know, a conversation, something personal about yourself, maybe your health, your whatever you're going through. They want to know anything you're not giving to the narcissist willingly. They see that as offensive. If you're not telling them everything about yourself, they see that as offensive. You got to be careful with these people. They will use stalking to gain control of you. So don't ever get complacent. Don't ever think that, oh, it's over now, so he's not. No, they stalk you. If you have children with them, they are stalking you to get information so they can use in the child custody battles. If you were married to them, they are stalking you so they can use that information or set it up in some kind of way, because one thing they're good at doing is lying.
Why men message you after a breakup. There are guys out there that are what I call serial ex-missers. Let me explain. A serial ex-misser is essentially a guy that only seems to have the desire to put in real effort after a girl becomes his ex. It's like while they're in a relationship, he doesn't have that desire to do anything or be anything for the relationship, but as soon as they break up, he comes running talking about, I want to change this, I want to do this for you, I want to be that, I miss you so much, I want you in my life. All this great amazing stuff that would have been amazing to hear while he was still with that girl. And then you become his ex, and then he pays all this special close attention to you. All of a sudden, he desires to be with you more than he ever has been before. But it's actually not about you or his desire for you. It's actually about him and his desire to control you. All he wants to do is make his own ego happy by reminding himself that he still has you exactly where he wants you, which is attached to him. And what happens is when he comes back to you, you're hesitant. So he does all these extra things, says all these extra things. He'll even maybe pretend to go as far as doing a couple extra actions to prove to you he's ready to be in a serious relationship with you. He values you truly. Once he has you back in the position that he's used to having you, he disappears again because it was never truly about you. It was about controlling you.
A man that stalks you will kill you. Each time he shows up where he's not supposed to be, he's working up the nerve to follow through.
Your ex is an abusive man. Let's get that out the way. He's a narcissist. He's a serial cheater. He's trash. He put his hands on you. He did a nasty, vicious smear campaign. He lied on you to family and friends, turned everybody against you. This is what type of trifling man we're talking about here in this video. And he did such a wonderful job of comparing you to his new chick and trying to make you feel small and try to blow her up to hurt you. So you're like wondering, like, where are all these fake accounts coming from? Why is he spying and stalking your social media? Why is his homeboy in your motherfucking stories? Why is his two-faced, messy ass sister stalking your Instagram? Why is his people keeping tabs on you? Why is he keeping up with you? I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, he's not happy. I don't give a fuck how many pictures he posts of him and her going on vacations. I don't care if he's engaged to the bitch. I don't care if he gets her pregnant right away. I don't care if he moves in with her right away. He's not happy because he has not taken the time to work on his childhood issues, his trauma, any fucking issues. Shit, he might even be bipolar. That requires sitting in therapy and working on yourself full time. And that nigga don't have time for that because he's too busy sticking his you know what in the streets with multiple women. He's keeping tabs on you because he's waiting for you to give him access to your life again. Whether that's through a friendship, hey, things may have not worked out, but can we be friends? Hey, if you're willing to be a side chick, he would love for you to be a side chick. He would love for you to lower your self-esteem into the ground and turn into his side chick. All the more better. See, men like this are extremely insecure and they have to have a constant circle of recycled, rotated women. They need female validation, y'all. This is why these men have multiple baby mamas. This is why they keep a harem of female friends around them. They thrive off of female validation. They don't like fucking women, but they need us for validation and attention and for help. They like to use us for our fucking resources. And he's watching you and waiting for an opportunity for you to give him that access all over again. Don't do it.
Hello, hey there. I have another comment here from my TikTok. Somebody called Beth. We broke up, but what if he still communicates with me like he would respond to my messages? Does it mean anything? Well, it might mean anything or nothing. A majority of the men, they usually don't block or stop communicating with their exes. And one of the reasons is they do not want to lose everything that they got from that woman. Even if he blocks you, chances are very high he will still unblock you, or if he doesn't unblock you, he will stalk you and beginning to find out how your life is going on. So to answer you properly, this man could mean something, that he still wants to come back and break you completely. He wants to come back and get the privileges that you have denied him. He also still wants to come back to remain in power and in control of you and for your life. That's why you hear even men do not wanting their ex-wives or their ex-girlfriends to move on, even to date again, because they know for a fact they have lost everything, not only that woman, but also all the other benefits they were receiving from such a woman. Don't be desperate. Once a relationship is over, you know the reasons why you broke up. Don't try to keep in touch. It will complicate issues for you. And lastly, it will make you to lose opportunities for other better gentlemen who are in line to take over after that useless guy. Now you know. Remain a queen. Remain that queen you've always been.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I know more than half of you are going to be like, yes, that's happened to me. I'm going to keep it light as well because this can get a little bit dark, so keep that in mind. But have you ever been stalked by your ex's new partner, a friend you just fell out with, an ex-friend? If you have, watch this.
Of 2,500 stalking victims, we found that the victims of stalking tend to be much higher in mate value, and the stalkers tend to be much lower in mate value. And the stalkers probably realize often these are broken relationships. So these are relationships in which the woman gets together with the guy, sometimes briefly, sometimes over for months, occasionally for years, and then breaks up with them. And the guy realizes correctly that he's not going to be able to replace her.
So even though it's like really annoying as it's going on, and you're just like, it's so inconvenient, and you're just thinking like, just be gone, like, just be gone. It's like, you're irreplaceable, honey.
Stalking part 2. Let me be very clear with you all. The stages, right? I'm cocky, arrogant, over the top, overbearing, uncaring, unloving. I have a good woman. I take her for granted. I cheat on her, I misuse her, I abuse her, mental abuse, all of that. And then I go as far as saying, I don't like you, I don't love you. Then I go cheat. I come back. I find out you got somebody else because I never thought that you had the ability or the strength to leave me, but you did. Now I go into stalker mode. Stalk you. And then after a couple of months or so, I get on my feet. And you see that, but I'm still watching you to see if you are still with this guy, if you're doing better. I'm hoping you're not doing well at all. I'm doing a little bit better, but I'm getting my motivation off of seeing you cry and seeing you breaking up with different guys or that same guy. I'm hoping and wishing that happens. This is my sick mind. And I watch you. Show up to the clubs, the restaurants, pop up, act like I don't know you there, act like I don't see, but I do. And then one of your girlfriends or one of my friends, yo man, oh girl, ain't doing too well. And I come see you, and you let me see you, you let me in. We get back together. The worst thing you can do after you've gotten away, and I started stalking you, the worst thing you can do is to take me back. I never had a heart in the beginning. I had demons. You didn't hurt me, you abused my demons. You didn't touch my heart. You didn't touch my soul, my core, because I didn't feel anything. So now my demons are in rare form. I got to get you back. And I get you back, you come back. And guess what I do? I start all over again because I was very vindictive, very manipulative. I wasn't trying to get you back to have a better relationship. I was getting you back to exercise my demons, to hurt you. And that's what I did. So ladies and gentlemen, because men get treated the same way. If somebody leaves you and they're going through their changes, if you ever leave a good person, you're going to suffer, you're going to hurt. That's what happened to me. You try to get a good person back, they're good, so they're going to take you back because they have morals, they have character, they have integrity. I always talk about that. But the worst thing you can do is to take somebody back that discarded you. Because now when I come back, I'm talking about God, which I'm lying to you. I lied on God. I'm reading, I'm going to the library. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not studying books on love and relationships and happiness. I'm stewing and I'm brewing to get you back. The worst thing you can do is to take me back after I discarded you. Don't ever do that. Stay on your course of mental health. You have a great night.
Why men come crawling back? Oh yeah, this is going to be a painful one, so if you watch it all the way through, just be prepared. There are 3 reasons. 1, he couldn't find anyone better out there. 2, he can't stand the idea of no longer having control over you. And the last one, he sees the value in you and actually wants to make a change. It's most likely not that one, so don't get your hopes up. Let's focus on the first one. He understands that when he goes out into his life, there's only a certain amount of women that will tolerate less than nothing. And that's you. He knows that he can disrespect you. He can breadcrumb you. He can cross your boundaries. He can mistreat you and you'll still take him back because you have no self-respect. And he knows in the real world, that's never going to happen with other girls. When he realizes that, he realizes it's probably best if he sticks to disrespecting you. Number 2, and this one is a doozy, he can't stand the idea of no longer having control of you. This one breaks down to what most things with men break down to. It's about ego. The idea that you would no longer break your back, literally break your back, to do whatever he needs you to do, whenever he needs you to do it, makes him feel like he's no longer the man. And sometimes he wants to be reminded that he's the man, that if he really, really wanted to, he could tighten his grip around you and take you wherever he wants to take you.
Why do you?
Your ex is still watching you closely after the breakup. Seriously. And even though you may not see them, sometimes you will because they don't even try to hide it. But sometimes they're secretly watching you just to see how you're handling the breakup. See, a part of them wants to know that you are hurt. And that gives them this false sense of importance. Like, you losing them, shows or signifies that they are such a special, amazing person. And then on the other hand, they want to see if you can move on or what your life is like without them. And so this is why it's very important to not give your ex any energy after a breakup. You should be in no contact. But the worst thing you can do is, posting memes and quotes about love and heartbreak. All of these things communicate to your ex that you are still obsessed with them and that them walking out of your life is almost destroying you. See, you want to show a level of strength about handling the breakup, no matter how much it hurts, because this is the most self-respecting thing you can do for yourself. But it also allows you to take the power back from your ex. See, when someone dumps you, a lot of times they feel like they are more attractive than you, or like they can find someone better than you. And if you handle the breakup with grace, if you are unaffected, or at least you seem unaffected, this will naturally make them a little more curious about you. Like, why didn't they have a stronger impact on you after the breakup? And that curiosity usually leads them to try to have a conversation, to check on you and just to see how you're doing. All right, so be in no contact right now. Focus on yourself. Do not give your ex any attention or any energy, and you will get through this.
You may not want to have anything to do with a narcissist the minute you leave them or the moment you end your relationship with them, but the same does not apply to the narcissist, which is why you'll find them stalking you on your social media profiles or in real life. They want to be there lurking in the shadows to just keep extracting information. It's beyond important for them to keep you suffering, to watch you suffering, to watch you struggle in your healing journey. If you move on, it's going to be their failure, the failure of their grandiosity. Your light is their darkness. When you fly, it is their downfall. So they try to know what's going on, and while stalking you, they might trigger the paranoia. They might say something or do something to keep you afraid and scared of their presence, so that the moment you make a small progress in your healing journey, for example, all that cognitive resonance is gone, the switch is flipped, and you see them for who they are, which is what happens after some time. It takes time for you to get to that point. That's why we call it delayed realization. So you see them and they pop up. Probably they might send you a gift from an unknown address. You might start receiving calls. Somebody might start texting you and so on. And that will create massive confusion, which could trigger the same trauma responses, and that might lead to the same outcome as in the past.
Stalker. They stalk for many reasons. Here are 3. Number 1, when you finish with them, but they're not finished with you, they're full of resentment, they're full of rejection. Number 2, they just want to creep you out. They will watch you from afar, and they're not going to hide it, because they get pleasure in you feeling uncomfortable, and in that way they get to control your moods. And number 3, they just want to keep tabs on you. They want to know what you're doing, they want to know who you're seeing and where you're going. They want to check if you have recovered, if you've forgotten, if you've forgiven, and then they can come back for some more supply.